that befits His Majesty and glory. We believe in them, and we describe God how He has described Himself. We don't go beyond that. We will not use our own logic or our own analogy to describe God, and so we stick to that. That's basically, those are the main four things about believing in God.
Okay. Describe Himself, you mean, as a Muslim, you mean in the Quran?
Yeah, as He described Himself in the Quran and the authentic Sunnah of the Prophet, peace be upon him. Yes.
Right. Okay. And do you pray?
Yes, I pray.
And what's the nature of the prayer?
Okay, the prayer in Islam is a bit more, you could say, more broad than when it comes to other faiths. Because when it comes to the prayer in different faiths, it means supplication. It means you call, you ask, you demand, things like that.
Yeah.
But actually, that's what we call it, the dua in Arabic, which means supplicate, when we ask God, etc. But the prayer, the 5-day prayer, the salah, which is a certain acts and a certain statement that we say, and as we'll start with takbir, we're saying Allahu Akbar, and end with Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi, for example. And as well, it includes certain supplications, it includes certain things, and will be in a sacred mood, meaning during that time we don't talk, we don't we don't discuss, we don't think, we just only focus on the prayer itself. So this is the prayer that we do, the 5 daily prayer.
Okay. And when you pray, do you always say a standard prayer, or is it your own words, or mix?
There is a standard. Part of it is standard, and there are some of it is things of my own. For example, like the standard, to start, for example, Allahu Akbar, that's standard. The citation of Fatiha, the first chapter of the Quran. Yeah. I may choose another chapter of the Quran, another few verses from the Quran, as we'll recite after Fatiha, after the first chapter.
Yeah.
Then as well, when I go bowing, that's standard. We'll say Subhana Rabbil Azim, and then standing up after bowing, prostrating twice, standard. After finishing certain, for example, when I say Subhana Rabbil Azim in prostration, I may add my own supplication things that related to me, no problem. But generally, there is standard things, and there is additional things that you may add a dua which is related to you. Because the Prophet, peace be upon him, he said the person will be closer, or the closest position to Allah when he is in prostration. So when you prostrate, after we finish the standard, then we may do certain supplications the way that's for us.
And usually most of your prayer is your own personal words, or most of your prayer is a set out prayer, it's a standard prayer?
No, most of
like
it.
For you personally.
No, most of it is the standard. It's the things which is described by the Messenger of Allah, peace be upon him. Now that's most of it. We're talking about the salah, different than the supplication. The supplication is my own, whatever I want to ask. But when it comes to the 5 daily prayer, there is a standard as the Prophet performed. We have to stick to that.
Okay. And when you pray, do you feel a connection to God?
Yes, because that's the meaning of the salah in Arabic. Salah means, from the word salah means connection. So connection between us and Allah.
So you feel that?
Yes, of course.
And do you feel a connection to God in your regular day-to-day life, or is it only prayer or more prayer?
When you pray, it's like, you see here, the good thing and the beautiful thing in the salah or the 5 daily prayer is kind of a reset. We sometimes most of the day we may get busy in different things, we may get in arguments, we may get in different things. Yeah, we feel just kind of disconnected, and then that's the salat come to reset again, to be the disconnection. And in the same time, generally, as the Prophet, peace be upon him, he said, there is one single narration that he says that the companions, they were saying to him, when we are around you, we remember Allah, we feel more connected. When we are going to our homes, we did with our children, with our wives, etc., then we feel disconnected. Then he said, if you continue the way that you are, then you'll find the angels shaking your hands on your path. So the point is, of course, there is on and off, but that's the purpose of the salah, is to reset again the connection with Allah again.
To reset. And when you were at what age would you say you started feeling connection when you pray? Was it the first time, or was it something that happened at a certain stage in your life?
Our Prophet, peace be upon him, he said, teach your children the prayer by the age of 7. So by the age of 7, by the age of 6 and 7 years old, that we start performing the salah as from young age, so we start feeling this connection. And as well, of course, it will be kind of the nurturing, and as well our parents and our teachers, they will tell us what we should do, and all of these things, and it will grow slowly, with us. But generally, we know that it is something sacred, that in the prayer, that doesn't mean we laugh, because children in the beginning, they will have these things, and sometimes, but we keep educating them. No, you must do this, you must do that, and slowly they will pick up, they will understand, they will start honoring the salah more than they were. They will start having more connection with Allah when they are even at the young age, and they will feel, that they wanted, if they wanted something, then they will ask, they will supplicate within the prayer, and then they will feel more connected.
Sure. And did you always believe in God, or was there a period of your life where you didn't believe in God or in Islam, or was
I always believed in God.
You never questioned it?
What do you mean by the questioning that is truth? No, I never questioned that was truth. But of course, in Islam, everything is open to know more, to educate, to understand. That's what it means. If you feel the questioning about understanding, no problem. We have, it's open. Islam is open to understand and to know this, but not questioning Islam that as if it's false or wrong. No, we are always that. I'm talking about myself. I always was a God believer who believes in God, believes in Islam, believes it's the truth. And the more I study Islam, the more give me affirmation about that I'm following the truth, basically.
And when you do your personal prayers, do you find that God answers your prayers?
Yes, many occasions. Yes, of course. And I will tell you something. The day before, on Friday. Since I am here in the UK, since I came here nearly 15 years ago, I always lead the prayer, the Friday prayer. I always lead it. And generally I do the Friday sermon. There's only few occasions, like 2 or 3 occasions, maybe I don't, maximum 5 occasions. I'm quoting 3, but I don't know if they are up to 5. Talking about these 15 years, every single Friday, I was the one who was giving the Friday sermon for those years. Okay. Friday sermon, I'm giving it because I'm a teacher, I'm imam, so I'm doing it all that time. So only few occasions I was being led by someone. I was not delayed. I couldn't do it or something, so I will go to a local mosque. I will pray behind someone else. So that's fine. But my point is, this is something that I always wanted it to happen always, and I'm always, something I'm always keen to do. There are a few occasions, like for example, when I got delayed, like on this Friday. On Friday, I was supposed to give the Friday sermon in Leicester. So I was traveling from London to Leicester. When I went out, and I could see that on the sat nav, I could see that on the Google Maps, it tells me that I will be late at least between 25 to 30 minutes, meaning the sermon is finished.
You'll miss it.
I'm definitely going to miss it, and then so then I know that there is the hadith, there is one saying of the Prophet, peace be upon him. He said there is the traveler, when he's traveling, that there is a dua is accepted. And as well, we know that the hadith, and the one who seeks forgiveness from Allah, Allah will not punish them, the one who keeps seeking forgiveness from Allah. So I start seeking forgiveness, asking Allah, astaghfar, doing astaghfirullah. And I start as well making dua to Allah Azza wa Jal to help me, supplicate to Allah to help me to reach there. And then on the way, there's a car accident that happens, and then that's more time now. And I could see now, we were blocked by the police, and then I said, there is no way now this thing is happening. I don't know. For some reason, through this, and then I contacted the mosque and I said, I may reach, if Allah wills, I may reach maybe 15 minutes or so. I will try to see what I can do. I will see. And then, even though that's my hope, because I made dua that to reach at least maximum 15 minutes late. That's my supplication was.
Okay.
Then for some reason, after the dua, after the supplication, things went easy. So I was thinking, the road was smooth, so things were easy. So I could see that, and I reached there 13 minutes late, not 15 even.
Okay.
If I did the calculation in the way, generally when you go from London to Leicester, when you say you reach, for example, at 10 past 1, for example,
Yeah.
you'll add another 10 minutes of the road work, whatever, or 15 minutes. But to come earlier than this, more than 20 minutes, that's something which. So that's one of the things I could see the answer of my supplication being done. That's one of the reasons I'm talking about.
Your prayers, yeah.
2 days ago.
Right. All right.
And I didn't miss it. So I led the prayer.
So you did the prayer. Well, thank you very much. That's the end of our interview. And we just do these interviews about prayers to get people's kind of inspiration and their point of view, and so it's from all backgrounds, and that's what we're.
And also, one of the good things that God has blessed me with many good things in my life, and things that when I look at myself, Allah give me a lot of things beyond what I'm imagining, including having good children, including having, alhamdulillah, many good things in my life. So the more you are closer to Allah, the more Allah Azza will give, and that's how it is. And the more, that's part of our faith as well.
Well,
I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
No
Thank
sin.
you. No
May
sin.
Allah
Mohammed,
guide you.
thank you very much.
All right.
May Allah guide you too.
I mean, more.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.